Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today, we got one of those shows here for you guys today that you definitely want to stick around for. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, one of the biggest problems the NBA is facing right now is the rampant load management that's taking place. Initially, we thought that it was something that players themselves were pushing for, and only players. But as time has gone on, and after case, we're now finding out that in some cases it's the players, and in other cases it's the teams. And by teams, we're really talking about two specific divisions. We're talking about the medical staffs, and we're also talking about top tier management. Now, as y'all know, this year, the Western Conference, the race to make it into the play-in and ultimately make it into the playoffs is a very tight one. As we currently speak, the teams that are still fighting for their playoff seeding are the Golden State Warriors, are the number 5 seed. The Los Angeles Clippers are the number 6 seed. The Los Angeles Lakers, who won yesterday against the Phoenix Suns, are the number 7 seed. The New Orleans Pelicans are the number 8 seed. Wolves are number 9. Thunder are number 10. Good. At the number 11 spot was the Dallas Mavericks. And going into that game yesterday, the Dallas Mavericks decided to do the unthinkable, which was they decided to rest all of their key players, including Kyrie Irving, and only allowed Luka Doncic to play for 12 minutes and 35 seconds. And the Mavs went on to lose that game 115 to 112. At the end of the game, we found out via the head coach, Jason Kidd, that in fact it wasn't his decision. It was management's decision to basically tank that game to protect their pick. Then Chris Broussard and Rob Parker caught a whiff of that information, and they absolutely went off yesterday on The Odd Couple. So for those of you who missed what Chris Broussard had to say, we want to play it for you now.
You want to go off as I do, and I think we agree on that. So I'll let you. No, but I'll let you go off. But what I'm going to say is this, and then I know you'll go off, and we probably have the same thoughts. This, and again, it's not. I haven't talked to anybody down there. Haven't talked to Luka or any of his people. Rob, it's been thrown out there. Now Luka's got like 3 years left on his deal. But it's been tossed out there that could Luka leave the Mavericks? Could he want out if they aren't building the team the right way around him? Now, we haven't seen an international player do that. Dirk stayed when they let his buddy Steve Nash go, ended up winning a championship. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili. I know Duncan, didn't grow up in America, but Duncan, Manu, Tony Parker, they stayed in San Antonio. We talked about Giannis, Rob. He stayed in Milwaukee when everybody said he should leave. So maybe an international guy won't want to do that. But it's out there, right? Like, let's talk about that. Rob, this is the type of thing that could tick Luka Doncic off. And I get it. Sometimes I'm not saying you always kowtow to the superstar and you just kiss his feet. But I am saying he is absolutely fully within his rights. I understand it. I would probably feel the same way. I'm playing for an organization that doesn't want to compete. I'm playing for an organization that has me, a top 5 player in the league, Kyrie Irving, who can score on anybody, and we're tanking for a freaking 10th pick, most likely. I'm trying to win championships. I got a legacy I'm trying to build. I'm trying to go down as one of the greatest of all time, and I'm playing for some chumps. Some chumps that decide. If you were going to mail it in, why didn't you do it 2 weeks ago? Why didn't you do it at the trade deadline instead of trading for Kyrie? You decide with 2 games left? What the? I mean, look, I want Luka to stay, or I've wanted Luka to stay. I would have loved for Luka to stay in Dallas. But if this ticks him off to the point where he's like, I'm out, you know what? And the fact that he's going to go out there tonight and play for a quarter, that's like him sticking it in the owner's face as far as I can tell. I mean, and then, bro, what about the dudes that are playing tonight? Are they supposed to just go out there and go through the motions? You don't want to win. Why even send them out there? I mean, just call Adam Silver and say, you know what, we're not playing tonight. It'd be one thing if it's so obvious and blatant, and you're even talking about it. You're talking about we don't want to win without saying that exact phrase. You're talking about we don't want to make the play-in because we want to get this draft pick. And Adam Silver got to put his foot down. Do you think David Stern would allow this? He's got to get fined. Mark Cuban's got to get fined. I know it won't be anything to him, but this is ridiculous.
So you heard what Chris Broussard had to say there. First of all, bravo. Bravo to Chris. I 100% concur with every single word he uttered. This thing is a problem. This thing is a serious problem. It is a problem, especially from an optics standpoint. This current NBA is trash. It's trash. It's not competitive. There's so many loopholes. And the league seems softer than ever. Nobody's interested in playing defense. But nevertheless, you have a few people out there want to tell you that this is the greatest basketball we've ever seen in our lives, when it's not. They'll tell you, oh, these are the best, these are the greatest athletes we've ever seen in our lives. No, it's not. Even Gilbert Arenas, who used to be an advocate for these present players, calling the old players dinosaurs, now he's saying players today are barely even in tip-top shape. They're not even conditioned properly. That's what Gilbert Arenas is saying. And from a supporter of this era, the whole thing is a joke. And the person that I feel, the people I feel bad for are the paying customers. They're the ones left holding the proverbial bag. It's a joke. So you think, because of some people to quote, oh, well, but the ticket sales people. So you think all of those people paid that money to go watch the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas tank that game? Is that what you honestly believe? If that's what you believe, then you're crazy. Or you're just flat out naive. This is a problem that the NBA needs to address. Player empowerment has run amok. It is run amok. It's run amok. I cannot even believe what we're watching these days. I commented on it with the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard the other day. I did. It is such an embarrassment to watch this. It is terrible. And it makes you appreciate even more the stars of the past. This thing right here is a joke. As somebody that covers the game, as somebody that patronizes the game, I literally do. I buy the NBA TV and all of that. I patronize the game, so I have a right as a paying customer to have an opinion. I do. If you walk into a restaurant, you pay $25 for a steak and it tastes like whatever, $50 for a steak, and you don't like it, you get to say, hey, I don't like it. If I'm patronizing your business. This is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I got a lot more that I want to touch on this, but before we but stick around for that one later on today. But let me know what you think about what Chris Broussard had to say in this particular segment, and we'll definitely catch you guys on the next one. Peace.